have a problem. And it's up to you and I to make a difference. We have a family here from North Charleston, South Carolina. They were devastated by gun violence. Gun violence took the life of their 14-year-old child, Rajane Smith. So today we have her family with us, and we want to welcome them to the stage. Mr. Ronald Smith. Catherine Sinclair. Ronald, tell us a little bit, and Catherine, we want to welcome you to the stage. We know that you're still suffering from the loss. Tell us a little bit about your daughter. Tell us what happened, what took place on the day your daughter was killed. Share your story with the boy.
So the day my daughter got killed, it was like a tragedy phone call. And to this day, I still remember that phone call happening that night where I received a call about a lot of shooting going on in the community. Then Katrina called me back and was like, our baby hit. So me knowing that I'm living like probably 15 miles away, trying to get to my daughter. And when I got around there, I heard that they had more than 120 rounds shot. And you imagine how 120 rounds, how much bullets that is flying everywhere. And seeing different ambulance, different polices, kids everywhere just running crazy. And when I got there, she wasn't there. So I raced to the hospital where Katrina called me and said where they at. And when I got to the hospital, I saw them pumping my baby. Seeing a sight like that takes anybody pain, and sometimes you turn it to anger because you want payback. And when I saw my daughter laying there, and they keep saying they don't got a pulse, you imagine seeing your 14-year-old daughter without a pulse and they pumping her stomach. Seeing my kid's mother cry, seeing the rest of my kids cry, that makes a daddy not by anger. So, gun violence, I take it serious. I take it real serious every day. I fight this fight because I don't want to see another child cry. My daughter would have been graduating this year. She'd have been out, probably coming to this college. So all she wanted to do as a young lady. And this pain carries me, continue to make me push forward. And more to come, more to tell y'all, more story about her. Like, she loved to dance, she loved to play basketball. And that was taken away from her due to gun violence, unnecessary gun violence.
What goes through your mind from day to day about your child?
Well, I'm sorry to say, Rajane was a brilliant 14-year-old. She was a typical 14-year-old that loved TikTok. She had a TikTok page. She wanted to become a YouTuber. She loved fashion. And she was that 14-year-old girl that I never knew until her passing that she was somebody that gave advice to her friends. She was an outstanding young lady. She was more mature than her siblings. You know, she was like the mother in the house. The days I have here, not being able to share with her, it hurts. not a day go by, not a Monday, second goes by that I don't think about my child. This is something that a parent, father, mother, grandparent, sibling would never deal with. And when the holiday hits, it's even more devastating.
What would you express with another mother that has not gone through what you're going through?
Has not gone through.
Yes. What could you tell another mother when it comes down?
Love your children. You never know when they walk out that door that they're going to come back. And it's sad to see that we have to think like that with our youth.
Ron, what inspiration, what advice would you give to the young people that are here, this audience today, about gun violence?
The advice that I'll give to all young people, like, I mentor kids, like tonight is my mentorship night. We do it every Monday. The advice that I'll give is watch your friends. Watch who you with. Know that everybody ain't your friend. You know, some people pretend real easily to be your friend, but when things hit the fan, they turn away. They run away. So the advice that I give all young people is continue to give respect. Because respect will take you a long way. And always respect your parents. And if they tell you, don't go there, or don't do this, or stay away from that guy, or stay away from that young lady, it's a reasons. You know, we are dealing with a crisis right now with gang problem and young women in gangs. And young women are getting involved a lot. So don't always think it's all about the young men, it's about the women also.
What support have you all found after the devastation, the loss of your daughter?
For myself, I can say my support came from my family, a lot from the family, and the support that we got from the area of Charleston, South Carolina. When we decided to pick Roger Main in the cause of her death to use, we go cause of our Weapons Inc. And from that, we gained a lot of support from the communities from that. And also, for myself, in a more of having faith.
We just want to take the time in this audience here today to thank you for sharing your story about Roger May. And we want to thank you for being here today. You traveled a long distance to be a part of this show. What would you, before you leave the stage, what could you share with the young ladies, the young men, when it comes down to knowing some person with a gun that don't know how to use a gun? So there's so many young people out here that have guns. Either they're stolen or someone gave them a gun. So many people bring guns into our communities and drop them off. What would you share with the young people before we come to the end of this segment?
One of the first things I always say to young people is, when you touch that gun, know that it's nothing to play with. Think before you even touch it. One of my things, I done been to prison, so I tell kids all the time, when you pick that gun up, think about yourself in a little small box. That's like your bathroom. Think about if you pull that trigger or you do anything you ain't supposed to do, think about your life in that jail for the next 45 years. That's what that pistol gonna do to you. You know, you might think that you're getting away right now, but somebody always sees something, then you gotta deal with that. I always tell people you got two choices. You can put that gun down and walk away, or if you feel that you can beat the system, do what you gotta do, but know that something comes right behind that. You ain't the only one gonna hurt now. Your family gonna hurt, you gonna hurt, and the other families gonna hurt also. So that's what I always tell young people.
Ron said it all.
Ron said it all.
He said it all. You
Well,
know, that gun not only for yourself, but what are you going to do to the family member of that victim, of your mother yourself?
Well, we want to thank you for being here, and
Thank you.
I have some gifts for you guys. If y'all would bring those gifts up, and we want to have you back in a few minutes for the show. So we want to. I hope you got something from this segment. I don't want your mother or your father to have to stand on a stage somewhere and talk about you because you played with a gun or you hung out with the wrong crowd. Think about it. Melly Mel, take us